Flip the unit over and remove 2 7mm screws and 2 4mm screws. Also loosen 2 captive screws. Gently insert the opener pick and slide along the edges to pop the bottom cover free. Peel back the tape and gently pull back to unplug the battery from the motherboard. Peel back the tape, flip open the locking clip, and unplug the stylus charger from the motherboard. Remove 3 3mm screws from the stylus charger. Remove 1 2mm screw from the Wi-Fi card bracket. Move the bracket. Peel back the tape. And unplug the Wi-Fi card from the motherboard. Flip open the locking clip and unplug the palm rest cable from the motherboard. Flip open the locking clip and unplug the world-facing camera cable from the motherboard. Peel back the tape, flip open the locking clips, and unplug the daughterboard cables from the motherboard. Pull back to unplug the speaker cable from the motherboard. Pull back to unplug the camera cable from the motherboard. Peel back the tape. Flip open the locking clip and unplug the LCD cable from the motherboard. Peel back the tape, flip open the locking clip, and unplug the touchpad cable from the motherboard. Remove 3 4mm screws and 4 3mm screws. Remove the metal bracket from the motherboard. Lift up and pull back, taking care not to bend or damage the ports, and unplug the last speaker from the motherboard. Plug the speaker back into the motherboard, and gently put the motherboard back into place. Make sure all the cables are free from underneath. Reseat the LCD cable and plug the LCD cable back into the motherboard. Plug the Wi-Fi card back into the motherboard. Make sure to reseat the cables. Replace the bracket and replace the 1 2mm screw. Plug the other speaker back into the motherboard. Make sure to reseat the cable. Plug the daughterboard cables back into the motherboard. Plug the camera cable back into the motherboard. Make sure to reseat the cable. Plug the touchpad cable back into the motherboard. Plug the palm rest cable back into the motherboard. Plug the world-facing camera cable back into the motherboard. Replace the stylus charger and replace the three 3mm screws. Plug the stylus charger back into the motherboard. Replace three 4mm screws and four 3mm screws back into the motherboard. Be sure to replace the metal bracket first. Plug the battery back into the motherboard and replace the tape. Replace the bottom cover. Push down to snap back into place. And replace the two 7mm screws and two 4mm screws. Tighten the two captive screws in the center.